Welcome to 100 Days of Palworld with your new Terraria update. As someone who has conquered Palworld many times before, I wanted to make this even more interesting. So I added randomized pals to my world, meaning I wouldn't know where to capture specific pals. We'd have to take down world bosses, tower bosses, and new bosses as well. Don't forget to check if you are subscribed, and let's get into this adventure. After loading into Palworld yet again for a new adventure, I grabbed some wood and activated my first world teleporter.
Such big messages now. After the new updates, the messages are massive. They're like actually all over your screen.
While walking to this chest, I leveled up, and per usual, I will be spending my first 16 skill points by adding 8 of them to weight and 8 of them to stamina, which will make my early game experience a lot more comfortable. I then gathered my first effigy, which is used to get a higher capture rate on pals, but I'll be explaining that further in the future when it becomes relevant.
Now we just loot and move. Ooh, there's foxicles here too. And cryos, of course. Curious if we'll find any of the new pals laying around. That's full damage. So obviously the goal, why I wanted to do random, is because, oh, there's a fucking... Okay, that's just Knuckle as a boss. Okay. The goal with this specifically was to hopefully find more of the new pals in the world.
Now, as you heard me say, there are plenty of new pals in Palworld with this update, and I originally tried doing this run on a normal pal spawn, but struggling to find new pals early game. That's why we went with the randomizer to hopefully find some early game as well as, of course, late game too. And walking around early game wouldn't be as easy as it usually is, because even though they are low level, I wouldn't stand a chance against a Blaze Howl without any gear at all. But for now, I traveled back to the spawn area and started learning a few blueprints so I'd be able to craft some items. I then crafted a club, an axe, a pickaxe, and 10 spears so I could start capturing some pals.
It's only level 5. Am I good for that? No crit hits. We're not good for that without crit hits. Nope. Not good for it. I'm leaving. So technically all we need is some podium fragments to get life going. 1 podium here. We have enough to do what we need.
And with this update, Palworld also added new dungeon layouts, meaning they could look really cool like the one that I'm in right now. But with me being a very low level, I wasn't here to capture pals. I only needed some podium fragments to get stuff going.
Frost Plume? Yeah, that's one of the new ones. Okay, good. That's what we like to see. There's Astigons too. That's really good. There we go. That's one of the new pals. Frost Plume. I've never seen a Gloopy. So, okay, that's another new pal. Cool. Well, I'm gonna die, I believe. And we got the Polumbus. Also new pals. Very nice.
And with nighttime coming around, I had found myself my home, which to this day is my favorite place to build my base, as it has a lot of ores and is at an elevated mountain, so it's fairly relaxing to live here as we can't always fight back. I went back to another teleporter to farm some stone, I farmed some wood, and then crafted spears through the night. I would go to bed, but without cloth, I couldn't make a bed, which is another hardship of randomizer that specific resources and pals won't always be easy to gather. With an old bow and some spears to my name, I was finally ready to capture some pals, and the first pal I found was a Cybalix. I also captured a Blaze Howl, some Leaspuck Ignis, and right down the road I found this settlement where I can sell and buy items. I then ran into a Warsec Terra and a Nyafia.
All we need is wool. Ooh, new pal. Now that's what we really need. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Look. Cool new pal, Munchill. Well, come here. I want you in my party.
I barely survived here, but we did finally capture some pals that were new to the game. We also found this turtle-looking pal, which yet again is a new one.
Alright, let's see then. Will it take me all the way? It will take me all the way. That's so nice. Holy. Actually, so convenient. It doesn't hurt as much not having a flying mount early game. I can only afford 3 wool. Not a great count, but you know what? It might give me clothes. You're very good though, because you got... Oh, Nyatheas are really good, actually. We need to just capture a bunch of Nyatheas. You're level 3 handy and 2 depot. I then learned some blueprints, upgraded my base to level 2. I see 2 things I want here. Palumba's and you, pal. Come on, Palumba. You're coming home. I don't know what you do yet, but something grass related. And after capturing the Palumba, I also captured a Fenglope, which we wouldn't use right now, but for a mount later, it would be really good. As well as a Celestier, which is a level 4 logging, meaning it'll be really good for getting wood in my base later. You're level 3 mining, what? Wait, they're level 3 mining? But yeah, if they're level 3 mining, then obviously it's not as good as Astegon, but like we can run them. We also found a Braloha, which is probably one of the best base pals from this update. Alright, let's see. What do you do? Level 4? Okay, so they're just crazy. Got it. So all I'm seeing is that we need to go capture as many Braholas as possible. Holy hell. And with Braloha being a level 4 planting and gathering, they'll be really good for growing food. So we'll be needing a few more of these growing forward. It was time to get back out there and capture more pals. Early game in Palworld, the best thing you can do is simply capture as many pals as possible, as it means you level up faster, get stronger, and can quickly go capture higher level pals, which are usually also stronger and better for fighting. I captured a Phalaris Aqua, which would capture more of if we could find them as well. They are level 4 watering, so getting them early would speed up my progression a lot. The only issue is that the Palpedia spawn locations are usually wrong in the randomizer, so it would be randomized if we'd find more soon. No pun intended. And can someone please explain to me why a level 2 NPC can take me down this quick? Oh my god, bro. No, the AI is just... But after getting my loot back, I traveled further and found a Juliet, which is also a new pal for this update. I found some Digtoises, which normally is good as early game mining pals, but we already had some better ones. I then farmed more resources, as like any survival game, you need a lot of resources. And before the day ended, I built a little pathway up to rocket my base so I could make more room for my pals up there. Something else amazing they added with this update is fences, something very small, but it does give your base more texture, which is really nice. I then placed down beds for my pals so their sanity doesn't go down as fast, as well as a bed for myself so I could sleep through the night too. Okay, what did I need? We need ancient tech. Let's go capture the Lux, and see if that gives me enough. We found a Vixie finally, which is a really important pal early game as you can graze for arrows, gold, and spears with 0 cost. I then built a range for it to graze, as well as 2 berry plantations, a stone pit, and a logging site as well. I then headed into a cave right below my base, looking for new pals we didn't have, as well as more Poldium fragments. Fighting some chests with loot in them, some salvage, and a level 13 chalet boss. Oh, do Verdash give you grass damage? I guess? That's what it seems like. Did I miss? You got it, don't you? And before leaving, we found some more chests too. And when we got home, I crafted some pelt armor, a parachute, and a hot tub for my pals to have better sanity throughout the days, as well as a crossbow. I did have a blue bow schematic, but the crossbow had better damage, so I went with that instead. And it was back to capturing new pals on the island, which is where I found some kelp seeds, which are good for grazing for pal fluids. But I accidentally killed one of them as the crossbow is a little too strong. We'll be able to solve this with a mercy ring soon, but for now I'm simply too poor. I found some bees, which are really important for grazing as it has one of the ingredients used to make cake to breed pals, as well as a calamari.
And yet again, I found myself in a cave farming Poldium fragments, basically the most important resource in Palworld, and we need a lot of it. And in the end of the dungeon, we met a loot moon that was level 11, which quickly got taken down. And while exploring further, I ran into some ore circs, found some effigy, as well as placing 2 more hot springs. I've learned that placing 3 of them in your base will keep your pals healthy for quite some time, so I would recommend placing at least 3 in your base as well. I went back to the yellow biome exploring further, which is where I ran into the first world bounty I could find. If you beat them, they will give you a bounty token you can redeem at the villages for rewards. I then found a Hangyu, another effigy, and a Demud, which is really important to graze for pal oil later, which we'll also need a lot of, and I accidentally made Zarian angry, so I ran away.
I actually found quite a few Yakumos, you know? Our seed's really good for Yakumos. Like, I think we've already captured, like, I guess we'll see now how many we have captured. But like, low-key Yakumos are half worth. Like, we're actually finding them. 5, 6, 7 Yakumos already?
Yakumo is another important pal for this journey. We'll get into details later on why they are so important, but let's just say they'll make my life a whole easier later. We also found a Cryolix, and then I decided to go after another world boss.
Let's see if we're good for it. Level 15 boss, first world boss to be taken down. I'm feeling good about this. 64. 20. Fire stacking. Astegon is tanking as well. I guess the only downside of using Astegon as a mercy hit pal is the fact that he does fire damage. But I guess we can always just take it off if we want. Bruh, he moved his little head right away. I'm trying to save you here, bruh. Don't escape, please.
I then climbed the big mountain to gather another effigy, and at the bottom, I found the most important pal in Palworld, the Gobfins. Let's just say they'll be used a lot in this playthrough, and I'll explain them further a little bit later. And I was back out exploring more, which is where I ran into the Tides of Terraria world boss. Not far from it, I also found some Pyrants, as well as some Rushers.
Oh, this was new too, Iceland. Not a very creative name, but it's new. What attack you got? Okay. Why'd I even ask? Of course, that's your attack.
I fought off the Foxbar Christ world boss as well.
Okay, there's a teleporter there, and then we're moving on. What are you? Are you the Walaska again? Ooh, Gobfin. What's up, Walaska? You absolutely massive pal.
And once I made it back home, I made a metal helmet as well as metal armor too.
One Gobfin gives you 10% more damage. And if you get them to level 5, like if you condense them and upgrade them, they give you even more. So as of currently, early game, I have my attack is plus 30% because each Gobfins gives 10%, meaning 30% more damage. And then if you later in the game give them Vanguard and Stronghold as passive stats, you get even more. And then if you upgrade them to level 5, you get even more.
And as I mentioned earlier, Gobfins are probably the most important pals in the game, as they can give you up to 100% higher attack damage. So by using a lot of skills on attack, plus the 100% buff, you'll end up being really strong. And it was now time for us to take down the first tower boss as well.
Yeah, we're doing 500 damage. We're gaming. We're good. He just did 1,000 with that hits. And he's not taking damage. Yeah, we're good. We should be very good here. Like, more than good, to be honest. I'm not getting any crit hits because he doesn't care about me. We could just go AFK. I'm just not going to play the game, to be honest. He got it. You got it. I'll just chill. Stretch my bones and all. Ugh. I'll just stand here, I guess. I helped. There you go.
After that, I took down the Fenglobe Lux as well. And with the boss of the first region being dealt with, I headed into the second region of the game, hoping that I would stand a chance here. But after trying to take down pals that was here, I quickly learned I wasn't strong enough just yet, so I headed back home. I then crafted a mega shield and went to bed for the day. Now we needed more experience, both for more damage as levels on pals in this game is compared to yours if we're talking about damage, as well as more experience for gaining new blueprints so we could craft stronger weapons. So I went on a massive XP hunt looking for new pals around my area, as well as dealing with some bosses in dungeons for more ancient tech, which is where we ran into a Lunaris. And with a musket in my hand, I was able to do more damage now, which is where I captured another Phalaris Aqua, a Quivern, Elizabeth, Raindrakes, more turtles, as well as another Blasamut. And the next day, I was back out exploring the world more, looking for more pals, as well as just enjoying traveling around. But I did run into some Herbills, which are new pals. And at this point, we had 10 skill points in both weight and stamina, and every level I'd gain from here on until the end of the video would all be put into damage. I usually skip health and carrying capacity and all of it, just keep adding it into damage, combine it with gobfins, and you'll end up being really strong. And while I was out here exploring, I ran into a Blasamut world boss, who was level 18, as well as a Yormantide world boss who was only level 14, and a level 23 Catris world boss. And before the day ended, I crafted a compound bow, meaning I would have plenty of damage to deal with the next region in the game. We were finally high enough level to make a Fenglobe saddle, so with that we'd be able to travel a lot better. We also found an effigy out here, and on top of the hill we found a meteor which will spawn 2 Cenovators, as well as the meteor itself, which will give you around 200 fragments. And in the next region, we were starting to capture some pals now, which is where I found some Shrimmer Nocturnals, more Palumbas, Reptiros, and a Yormantide Ignis who's a level 4 fire, which is really good.
I want to get this. Ooh, here's one of those camps. Oh, I want to go inside. Level 35. There could be some fun in here though. We gotta check it. Oh my god, it's like big ass trolls on the roof though. Am I good? So like what happens when I start blasting motherfuckers? Okay, they're one hits. I managed to one hit one. You're dead. What in the rust? What in the rust raid? What in the raid? XP though. What's the XP looking like? XP check. Decent. I don't fuck with you, to be honest. Yeah, I figured. Now you're fine. Okay. Yeah, it's like an actual... They're all around the world. Like, they're all around the game. There's like NPC bases, and I guess they got pals in them. Oh, there's a glass door. W. Glass door. And if I could build in here? Oh, okay, so there's a big crate. Big crate there. There is like a good crate, I guess. Just a normal Vixie. Yeah. And then there's this. A scroll at the end. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm fucking blind. You can use up to 10 treasure maps at once. Where? Oh, there. Treasure. Deep deserts. W. Okay. So we'll have to go there too.
And after dealing with the dungeon, we headed deeper into the region to activate the teleporter at the second tower boss.
You have a level 23 Yormantide with Ferocious though. I'm thinking he's going to be able to decently well. So we'll just bring him. And we got the Fire Whistle on too, which will add even more fire damage. So we'll just run that, I guess. What's up then? Okay. Not bad. If we can get some fire stacks here. Yeah, just like that. Now we're gaming. And I do 1,000 damage per arrow. Oh, we don't have Gale Claw. Oh, I forgot. We haven't grabbed the Gale Claw yet. I don't think I've taken the damage yet. I'm locked. Okay, I took damage. Slammed. Okay.
I then crafted a pair of Gale Claw gloves, being in my opinion the most important pal gloves in the game, and I will show you why soon. And with the second tower boss being dealt with, we had access to the ore mining site, so we needed to move to a bigger location so we'd have room for multiple bases close to each other, as that's the only way to make the pals work in all bases at the same time. Now while I move into this new house of mine and get sorted, don't forget to check if you're subscribed down below, and let's try to get this video to a minimum of 500 likes. And the first thing I did was to place a lot of metal chests to store all my items. I placed beds for my pals as well as some hot springs, a breeding farm so we could start breeding our own pals, a range to graze for extra items, a furnace, another furnace, a cooking pot, a mill, and a crusher, and last, a few benches I could craft items on. And next up was another base that would have all the food growing in it, as well as an extra range to graze for more items.
The salad is not to be eaten. Oh my god, dude, we're gonna literally have endless food, endless wood, and fiber from this base. I don't know if I want... No, because they're letting stuff lay on the ground. I don't think I want that, actually. I don't want that, actually.
And last but absolutely not least, a mining base to have the ore mining sites and other mining sites later as well. And the next thing I did was to start making some cakes so we could soon enough start breeding stronger and better pals. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the software used to make Palworld breeding easier, the software will update every time you open the software, and check through your base and pal box to find the easiest and fastest way to breeding the pal with the stats that you want. It's something that's made my life a lot easier. I can't imagine playing without it, and I'll link it into the description of this video. Keep in mind that this is not an ad or a paid intersection whatsoever. This is just something that someone in my stream told me to try, and I've been using it ever since. And with the knowledge on how to breed Splattarinas, we added them to our breeding farm as they are really good for base work.
We're making cake, we're making Splattarinas, which we'll put in this base. It's only level 2 transports. So I think we'll only use them in this base, and then we'll make some really good transport pals for that base. Like Wumpo, I'm pretty sure it's level 3, right? So we could just make Wumpo batons for transportation, for example, or someone else for that sake.
And next was to add more things to my base, like the expedition site. But once that was all done, we were back out to capturing bosses, starting with the Bronzery Aqua, the Starian, a Smoky, and a Susaku.
Can't even make refined tools because I need coal for that. Yes. And we're like ready to spend a lot on that, which means I need to kill the next boss. But even if I did, I'm still like, I have a lot of levels to catch up to be honest.
And before the day ended, I hatched my first few Splattarinas. And the next day, I was back out looking for more bosses to deal with, which is where we found the Neptilius, which is a new pal as well as a Felbat. And remember earlier how I said the Gale Claw gloves were the best? This is why. By combining them with any parachute, you can fly really, really far. Just make sure to have about 10 skill points in stamina, and you can travel really far without even using a mount. And I now found myself deep in the desert looking for the treasure we found a map for a few days ago. And after digging it up, we found ourselves some good armor, especially considering it was only a green treasure map. You can find a lot of good loot with these if you get the rare ones.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look around town, see who's here and what level they are and how much danger I'm in. I saw a pal up here, Capriti, level 44. Holy fuck, 40. I'm level 36.
And all around the right side of the map, there's small islands now that in normal Palworld will spawn some of the new pals, as well as the islands just simply looking beautiful. I was then back to dealing with more of the world bosses, starting with the Nayafia and a menacing Terra. And before you knew it, the day had come to an end. The next day, I found a nice little mountain that spawned some coal ore. So I farmed as much as I was able to carry before heading back home.
Oh, from the treasure. Oh, yes, that was the armor I'm trying to make. And it's yes. That is the armor I'm trying to make right now. Completely forgot about that. Yes. Perfect. Oh, we should also make a green bow while we're at it.
And with the coal being turned into ore, I was finally able to make better tools. Next up was for me to start exploring the lava land, being the third island would have to deal with. But before taking down the tower boss, I wanted to clear the island of pals and experience. I found some penglets, some icelands, Wumpa Watons, and a few demudes. And before the day ended, I bred a few Yormantides, hoping to get Artisan and Nocturnal on them. The next day, I was back to Lava Land exploring it further, which is where I found another effigy. Some Frost Parks, a Reptera Crest, a Warsect, a Grisbolt, and a few cows.
Hoping we would find like at least one cave before we went home though. Yeah, I want to see if we can find at least one cave.
And before the day ended, I bred a few new pals, which were level 4 watering and a lot smaller than Yormantides, which makes them really cool.
And start using my funny new one, which is these ones. We'll use these two here. Oh, they light up too. That's sick. And they're level 4 water. They're so cool. One of them goes here. And one of them goes here. Look at them. They're so small. Oh, they light up like crazy too. I love it. It's so cool. But like the best part about them is how small they are.
I found a few more cool pals out here called Yelroys and some Digtoises as well. I also built a breeding farm in my other base to speed up the breeding process as we had a lot of pals to breed. And I was then right back to farming more coal to craft new items. The faster we beat the next boss, the sooner we can get the coal mine, which will be great. One good thing is we were now high enough level to make a guild box, a chest that doesn't decay food at all, as well as being able to move loot through bases easily. I also crafted a boost gun, being another new item that'll increase your pal's attack damage for a small period of time.
Yo, go away, servants. I'm busy. I got shizzle to do. Literal mountains to climb. Oh my god. Nothing breaks my heart more than climbing this mountain every time.
And climbing this mountain without a flying pal is no joke, but we would get there eventually. I couldn't use any of my firefly mounts as it would be too hot at this time, as I didn't have a level 2 undershirt. So for now, we would just have to climb ourselves. And once we made it up there, we also farmed as much sulfur as we could carry. This mountain is really good for farming sulfur early game if you were looking for somewhere to do it. And with my new single shot rifle and my trusted compound bow, I decided to try and take down the next tower boss, which is the Orsurk of the Lava Land. And with him being an electric pal, a ground pal's the best to fight with, and that's why we're using this cryo.
It barely lasts. Shit's ran out already. Can I stack it? I wonder if we can stack it. As long as I don't fuck up. Statistically, we're good. Oh, I fucked up. Cryo can tug that for now. Oh, now he can because now he's on fire. Very bad that he's on fire. Oh, I did not dodge in time. That's tough. Yo, don't hit me. Oh, that's fucked. That's bad. I'm not healing now. I need to just chill. Need to get my health back up. Need to just relax. Can't miss those. Is it already out? Get out of there. Still ain't put food in my inventory. I need him to do some damage before he dies of hunger. If that's his plan. Yeah, like that. Would need a miracle for me to lose here. Cryo's dying. My boy is starving. And I got the ring on. Cryo's hereby dead. Don't die. Get in my pocket, boy. Alright, we're good.
Now all I needed was to farm a little bit of coal so I could make the coal mining site and never have to farm coal myself again.
We already have Yormintide Ignis now. Like, we already have Work Slave Artisan Yormintide Ignis. So like, and he's level 4. So like, it makes no sense to hypothetically find a book for Gangler when we already have proper Yorm Ignis.
I then spent some time in the village to sell a good chunk of my pals with bad passives to make some money. All I had to do now was to breed a few Yormintide Ignises to have some really good fire pals in my base. I then built yet another breeding farm in the last base as we had a lot of pals to breed. The goal was to breed gobfins in one base so I could gather all 300 of them to get the maximum amount of damage percentage we spoke about earlier. And the second one was for the frost plume, which supposedly will give you a faster reload speed if you have it at level 5 condensed. And the third one would be to breed more pals for my base and to slowly prepare fighters for the future, but we will get back to that later. I then found myself in the desert, which was the next region to work in, where I found a nice Walaska, as well as a few fox, a few bronze cherries, some vixens, a few jelliettes, and a Capriti Nocturnal level 45 world boss.
Yes, keeps on blocking him. Oh, that hurts. Ooh, I didn't think about capture rate though. Capture rate's pretty shit. Please, bruh. And boom. And boom. Most important items in the game. Let's go fetch some eggs over here. They should be out of cake too, I think. And before the day ended, I was finally a high enough level to craft a pump shotgun, which is my opinion is the best weapon for exploring in Palworld. The next day, we were right back out in the desert to explore the lands further, getting more pals as well as looking for new ones we haven't seen before. We found yet another Yormintide Ignis and a couple of valets. And while we were out exploring, we also found another one of these dungeons, so we had to check it out. Okay, we're good. Okay, so these guys are low level. We're chill here. This is why I said we need to get a gun before we do dungeons. But hey, we got a gun now. No, I need a gold key. I ain't got a gold key, bruh. Give me your gold key, man. Hello? Thank you. Damn.
And after getting back out there, we found another Walaska, a few Lulus, and once I made it home, it was time to hatch more eggs, trying to slowly get the 300 gobfins that we needed as well as more. And right back to exploring the desert we went. And as you can see right here, we were starting to stack up a lot of skill points in attack. And I would recommend using a lot of skill points on attack when you play this game, as the others just simply aren't that important. And while I fly around capturing more pals around the island, let me know in the comment section down below what your favorite pal in Palworld is. And the next day, we were right back to capturing more pals. I'm currently at a point of the game where I'm too low level to the exciting late game things and too high level to do the boring low level things. So the main goal right now is to grind experience and just get those levels up. And one cool thing that we did find was the Finsitters though, which is also yet again a new pal. I then found myself on top of a mountain in the desert, which is where the next tower boss is. So we now had access to the teleporter and could come back and beat him later. And then we're gonna have to eventually, soon-ish, start at least considering who we're fighting with. I wanted to bring the Walaska, but like, it's not good because his fire is like he's gonna get slammed. I then flew to the snow region so I could gather some quartz.
Main issue with bringing real pals to the next boss would be a level issue. I think one of the best things I could do right now is to fly around this island, because if I can find like a level 40-ish water pal that's not ice, just straight up water out here right now, and bring it to the boss fight, then we're not gonna have any issues.
Something we'll need a lot of later, but for now we got some. And yet again, I found myself within a cave, which is where I found a new more Icelands. And at the end of the cave, I ran into a Vaneworm Christ boss. And in the morning of the next day, I crafted a few circuit boards, which is where we gathered the quartz yesterday. I then used it to place an electric furnace, giving me access to new ores to make weapons and other items with, as well as crafting a better shield, being one of the best shields in the game, giving me a lot more defense. And I crafted new tools, being the Pal metal tools, as well as an assault rifle, being one of the best weapons in the game. But with a fully auto weapon, I would need bullets, meaning I needed more sulfur, and once we beat the next boss, we'll be able to use the sulfur mining site, but for now we'll farm it ourselves.
It's not like I wouldn't come back to buy more, so now we can make like 300 cakes. And we're still not done. But we are now going to go home and craft 300 cakes, which means we're getting close to not buying more cake now that we have bought this. I also crafted some high-grade meds as a few of my pals weren't doing so well. And in the morning of this day, we were gonna take down the next tower boss, being a Phaleris in the desert. So I figured it would be suiting for me to bring a Phaleris Aqua. I have to reload now, really? Oh, he's already slammed. I don't know if it stacks, but I hope it does. My boy's already slammed. My damage is good. Okay, my damage is good. Focus me. Focus me, Phaleris. Focus me. No, don't hurt him. Focus me. No, get away from me. Oh, you're gonna kill Phaleris. Got it. Phaleris is tanking. I don't know if I'm supposed to spam it or not, but I'm spamming it. We're not doing that. I'll let you tank some of the hits, but not that one. Definitely not that one. And we're chilling. There shouldn't be any world I lose here. We would need a miracle of fuck-ups to lose here. Might as well take the ring off now. Oh, I hit a wall. We're good, though. We're chilling. Big chilling. Perfect.
And with the tower boss of the desert being dealt with, we headed into the snow biome looking for higher level pals, new pals, and overall to explore the land. I found a few turtles, some alphadrins, as well as another one of these cool dungeons.
Ooh, I'm going inside. I only have 90 bullets, but I'm going in. I want to see what's in the funny house. What the hell? This is so cool. Ow. It's cool, but it hurts. What the hell-y? I don't know if I got enough bullets for this. Look at this. So cool. It's like a little factory going on in here. Come on, Penglet, you're free, my boy. Be free, Penglet. Be free. Oh, they got the funny box in here. Treasure map, treasure map, treasure map. No, no treasure map. Shit. We got Kinshin Peach. A rarely seen magic fruit. It is said that a pal who eats it will open its heart. My main 5. Give it to fucking Frostbloom or what? I don't know who to give it to. What's this? Laboratory desk. When in inventory, place in base allows you to build a laboratory desk. So it'll be like I'll be allowed to like build like a cool desk, I guess. Damn, these are so cool.
I then farmed some more quartz, and before the day ended, I hatched a few more frost plumes in the goal of getting it to level 5. And right back to farming more sulfur I went, but this time it was so we could make the sulfur mining site and never have to farm it again. I then found myself exploring the snow further, finding some Reptiros as well as fighting some Reptiro Crysts.
Ooh, green pump. And we got a treasure map. Let's go. Treasure in Cherry Blossom. Okay, then.
And after that, I actually ran around the Cherry Blossom Island. This can be a really good way of finding money, good spears, and good blueprints, as well as the skill trees that's around. But do keep in mind the pals on this island can be quite ruthless. There was a few bosses around the world we had forgotten to deal with as well, so I went and took them all down, starting with the Bushy, as well as the Nightwing, the Verdash that was level 23, a Cryoterra level 47, a Noclum level 38, a Pernelia level 28, a Broncheri level 30, and before the day ended, I took down a King Paka that was level 31. And the next day, like many days before me, I started by standing in my corner hatching eggs more than I would ever want to hatch, as well as condensing them all down to try and maximize my pals. I then went back to deal with the remaining world bosses in the lower regions, starting with the Valet level 30, and then I crafted a green auto shotgun, which I personally like better than the pump shotgun, but please let me know in the comments which shotgun you prefer. I then went to deal with the Frastallion Nocturnal, who was only level 40, but with randomizer I've noticed that pals, for example from Cherry Blossom and Fabric, might be low level, but they still have a lower capture rate and just overall more defense than the rest.
Alright, we're done 4k now. We're gonna be out of bullets by the time we're done though. Dodged it just in time. Oh my god, please get out of the wall. Please don't bug. Please don't bug out. Thank you.
As well as the Ribbon Baton level 38, the Kitson Nocturnal level 31, and right back to hatching more eggs I went. And these days were mainly spent gathering airdrops for free skill points, taking down bosses, as well as hatching a weird amount of eggs. And if you aren't familiar with this device, you should. It's used for upgrading efficiency on pals in your base, and it can be really helpful.
Now we gotta work on the mining speed. And cakes should be being made a lot faster now because we sped it up. Yeah, they've already made 17 more, so that's going faster now. That's good.
And before the day ended, I was yet again hatching more eggs. And the next day, I grabbed the Frastallion Nocturnal and headed out in the world. It's a pal I've never used for flying with in the past, but I have to say it's actually a really good pal for exploring. And a little deeper into the biome, I found a Reptiro Cryst Alpha, which if beaten will give you predator cores that can be used for crafting special items. And to finish off the day, I flew around with Frastallion looking for effigies, which is a lot easier to find in the nighttime as they light up. In the morning of the next day, I used the effigies we had just gathered to upgrade my gather rate even more, meaning we were starting to get pretty good capture rates. I then crafted more bullets in preparations of taking down the next tower boss in the snow region.
If you could get him. Okay, well, Astigon got some moves. But he's also been slammed already, which is like not good. So he's weak, so I need to take care of him. I need to make sure he doesn't die, which sucks. But he's got some power moves. If I can keep him alive, we're good. I'm just gonna secure him. Almost died in the process. Put him on fire, please. Okay, the fact that he's only focused on me is very good. That, on the other hand, is not very good, to say the least. So far, so good. We're good. Wonderful.
Okay. And the next morning, I hatched more Astegons as we were getting too many mining sites that we needed to use. And with that, we also needed more pals to work on them. I also hatched Wumpo Batons with Artisan and Nocturnal, being a level 4 transporting pal. It would make the food farm and the mining farm a lot more efficient, as well as a few Astermanes who are level 4 electricity with Artisan and Nocturnal. They will keep working through the night, which will be needed very soon. I then broke down my entire base in preparation of moving to a new region. The plan was to move to Cherry Blossom so we could start using the crude mining sites that's around there.
But yeah, we're gonna build right here, same as we always do. This is about the best base location on Cherry Blossom. So, first thing first, break this base. And then we build ourselves a PAL box. Dead center of this little land. So right about here will do. I built on the same locations as my previous runs in Palworld, mainly because it has a crude mining site and is overall the flattest and easiest place to build big bases on. I don't think I know what I've been on these islands. They're just not big enough. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about these, right? They're not big enough because they have them there and there's one there and there's one there. They're just not big enough for me because I need to build. I always build multiple bases, remember? Like they're just not big enough, to be honest. Now we need a power source and we're building the really big one. Recording check. We're good, baby. We're good. We are good. Have I not learned it yet? Or I don't think I've learned it yet.
And before you knew it, the base was finished, having a lot of storage and looking really nice. I didn't want to bore you with what we built and where we placed it, as we will be moving to a new island as soon as the tower boss of Cherry Blossom has been dealt with. I then built the mining base just up the road. Same as earlier, a very simple base, but very efficient.
I guess technically we should get a stone as well. We do need a lot of stone in this world. So let's just get a stone site down as well. There you go.
As well as the farming base right down the road. Also very simply built, but very efficient on gathering food to make salads. What is your favorite food in Palworld, if I may ask? I personally prefer salads as they give a lot better working speed. And in the morning of the next day, I found myself back at the village, as I needed to buy a lot of electric organs to craft new items, starting with a large generator, which is where we will use the 2 Azuremanes that we hatched earlier. I then went around the beach below my base trying to capture new pals, as we had a lot of XP that needed to be gained, so we had to start now. And while I was down here, a supply drop also landed nearby.
It's not great. Like, it's not great with a green launcher, but like, you know, green launcher is better than nothing. A rare book written about the secrets, allowing a pal to read permanently increases your generating affinity by +1. So if I put it on a level 4, will it make it level 5? Like, because that would be crazy.
And right after, I found a Mimug chest, and these chests will give you a lot of coins as well as dog coins. And before the day ended, I also built an expedition site, which I would highly recommend using for free items throughout your playthroughs. And the next day, I was back to exploring the island looking for new pals. And the first pal that we found was a Dogan. I then found myself in this beautiful dungeon, and the first pal we spotted in here was a pair of bees, as well as some Dasimus, some dire howls, and the boss in the cave was a Cinnamoth that was level 52. And the loot of the cave wasn't all that great, but it was still worth the trip. I then captured an Orsurk, Gloopies, Bushies, Gildanes, Rayhounds, and a Memorist Christ as well. I then found myself out in the desert to grab another treasure map. And out there I also found another one of these new dungeons, so I looted that as well.
It's luck for sure. Like, everything in Palworld comes down to luck. I agree with that. But like, at the same time, like, the pull rate we have gotten, I haven't had one bad treasure map. Because like obviously it just comes down to levels, right? It all just comes down to levels. Help. I'm gonna die. We're actually gonna die. Get me out. This one, for example, will not give me 2 good loots. Statistically, it shouldn't, at least, because it's in a low tier area. So like if there's even a treasure map in here, it shouldn't be too good. Oh no, it does. Yeah, so like that one gave me none. It gave me another green launcher, and we got one of those cool little flags, like one of those cool little schematics that they have in the game now. So that's pretty cool, I guess.
And at this point, it was finally time to go where every Palworld player gets their money and blueprints. The oil rigs, somewhere we would be spending a lot of time moving forward.
Ooh, man. I was about to say it was a good shotgun, but it's only a green one. Green shotgun ain't good. Oh, honestly, the reason why we're insta-killing them is honestly probably because of my gobfins. But hey, let's see. What's in the bag? What do we get? Honestly, the 4 cores is worth it on its own. The loot overall was garbage. Guided missile, I don't care for. Pretty bad, pretty bad. But there's still hope. It's actually kind of cooked, can't even lie. Also, the frost plume for reload speed does not work. It's capped. It literally does nothing. Which sucks. Because that means I'm probably just going to make another 100 gobfins because, well, it's a waste of my time. Because look, the whole point of this fucking plume is while fighting together, frost plume, icy aura sharpens your focus, improving your reload speed. It's max level. The reload speed it's a lie. I go real bad. You kill everything, you can take your time to reload. Yeah, sure, I guess, but it's hard to do, man.
And to end off the day, I also flew around on the Stallion, grabbing more effigies. I then traveled around Cherry Blossom, gathering even more loot, as well as capturing pals such as the War Sect, a Gildane boss, some Lift Monks, a few Vixies, as well as a little Joltog boss in a dungeon as well. And before the day ended, I took a trip around Cherry Blossom, gathering effigies and other loots I could find. And the next day, I was back on Oil Rig, which as mentioned is something we'll be doing a lot, basically as soon as it respawns. We need to do this for the blueprints that it'll give us, as well as the crazy amount of XP it gives you. And the chest didn't give me any blueprints I really needed, but it did give me 3 ancient cores and 100 rockets, which was nice because I basically gained back what I spent. And in the morning of the next day, I found yet another Mimog chest, meaning we were starting to gather quite a few dog coins. And while I go around capturing as many pals as possible for a lot of XP, make sure to check if you are subscribed down below and like the video if you are enjoying it too. Let's try to get this video to 1,000 likes. Crazy take, but I think we can do it. And after getting back to base, I hatched a horrible amount of gobfins. Previously in this run, we were using the Frost Plume for supposed faster reload speed, but as you saw, we got it to level 5 and I really didn't see a difference. So I decided to get one more gobfin in my party and to get rid of the Frost Plume instead, so we'd get that extra 25% damage attack. And because we didn't have a specific fighter for the Cherry Blossom fight, which is really hard, I went to Faybreak hoping I would find some high level pals there that could potentially help me. As the Cherry Blossom boss is a grass pal, we were potentially needing to find a fire pal to deal with her. But I quickly realized I wasn't doing nearly enough damage here. I then took my aggression out on my pal. Well, in reality, I needed the ancient cores that the alphas dropped so I could craft new items. I then condensed the gobfins that we hatched earlier, closing in on being completely finished on breeding gobfins for this run. And before the day ended, I built another breeding farm in my farm base to start breeding new pals, both fighters and Yakumos, which is what we're breeding next. Many days ago, we captured the Fenglobe Lux, which is a cooler version of the normal Fenglobe and also a mount I haven't gotten to use in the past. So I crafted a saddle for it so we could try exploring the lanes with it now. And now that we had our Yakumo dog with Musclehead, Serenity, Impatient, and Ferocious, as well as having it maxed to level 5, I went out looking for Yormantide Ignis to transfer stats to, as that would be a really good fighter against the Cherry Blossom boss. If you aren't familiar with the Yakumo, basically if you get it to level 5 condensed and use his saddle while capturing a pal, there is a chance for all of Yakumo's passive stats to transfer over to the captured pal as long as the Yakumo is level 5 condensed. I then found out that the PAL operating table, which can be used to simply add passives to PAL for a small price of coins. It doesn't have the really powerful ones like Musclehead, but it does have the setup ones like Impatient and Ferocious, and a couple of others. Meaning that you can use the Yakumo to get, for example, 2 out of 4 passives, which is not hard at all, and then simply use the table to add the remaining passives that you would like to add. And before the day ended, I hatched a few Yormantides with Musclehead and Serenity, as I had those already, and we would use the operating table once we got the proper one to add the remaining stats. I then found myself on the Arena Island, which is a place you can fight other pals. Beating these pals will give you arena tokens used for weapon blueprints and even passive stats we can use at the operating table. You are also allowed up to 3 fighters, so I chose my Fenglobe and some random pals I had, and we quickly beat the lowest rank of pals.
Just kill him, guys. There you go.
So I loaded up again against the higher level set of pals, and we were lucky enough to win here as well.
Our biggest issue here is Yorm, for sure. But we have ice. So maybe not. He's still a problem. Alright, I think we got it. I think we got it in the bag. Okay, maybe not. Alright, cool.
We will come back here in the future as well, so we can explore what we would like to use coins on, as well as try to beat the highest levels in here. I then hatched more Yormantide eggs, hoping to get the stats that we needed, and with the help of the operating table, we were finally set with a perfect statted pal for fighting the next bosses. I then yet again headed back to the oil rig, hoping we would find some good blueprints, slowly clearing my way through the NPCs and looting the normal chests around. And after finally getting to the main box, we got another 3 ancient cores and a few rockets as well. Also, we will have to spam oil rig even more now to get the Yormantide to level 55 to fight against the world boss. And as this was a hatched Yormantide starting at level 1, it'll take a little bit. It was time to start dealing with some more world bosses, starting with the Wumpo Baton in the Lava Land, who was level 49. And at last, we were being really close to finishing breeding the Gobfins. And right back to oil rig we went, gathering more resources, but sadly I came back too early and the loot hadn't respawned yet. But all the NPCs had, so I still cleared them all out for the amount of XP that they give you. And after getting home, I crafted a bunch of rockets, as well as an insane amount of assault rifle bullets. And with our Yormantide Ignis being a decent level now, as well as having the perfect stats, it was time to head into the next tower boss against the Cherry Blossom, hoping we would succeed here as well.
Yormantide is already 1 HP. Because he's weak and he has bad stats, and I'm 1 HP because I tried to save him. So we're off to a great start. I can't save him. I gotta save myself, at least for now. Even though he's terribly weak. That needs to stack, please. Thank you. For a little bit at least. Let Yormantide heal up. My damage is good. Not prepared for that one, though. Unlucky. Alright, so far we're looking terrible. I was expecting Yormintide to be a little stronger. I need this fire off my legs, please. I need a heal. Yormintide, die. Don't actually... Okay. I was joking. Give me my shield back, please. Alright, we got shields back. Not having Yormintide is cooking me though. Like I need to do so much damage. Like I don't know if we're good. I think time-wise it'll be a close call at least. Oh my god. Yormintide disappointed me so badly. Got our shield, meaning we win. No pals either, but we win though. Don't do it. Thank you. Now you can do it. Okay. I might lose here because of that. I could lose because I walked into that on accident. That's so bad. Ugh. Yeah, okay. I'm selling bad now. So close to being done too. Oh no, is your ring on? Now we're good. Ah, we got it. No pals though. Kind of sucks that we didn't get to use our pals because, well, my Yormintide is absolute garbage.
And after a successful boss fight, I headed out to one of the new snow islands, hoping to find a cool place to build my final base.
It's got ice in the middle. That could work. It's gonna be fucking rough, but... It's bright as hell out here, but... I don't like it. Why are they level 12? One of my main reasons for not going was because I thought they would be high level here. Level 20 and 12. No. This is ass. This sucks. Can I? If fit one base there, I can't fit a base there. It's not big enough.
But once I made it back home, there was an airdrop coming in, so I looted it before continuing with my day. And sadly, there wasn't any good base locations on any of the new islands as they were simply too small for my requirements. So I found myself back on the Fabric Mountain that we lived on last time, ready to build my base. And with this region being the most dangerous one, and the pals here being really aggressive, I chose to build walls around where my base would be to keep myself and my pals safe. I then built metal floors around the entire thing, making room to place all of my items within it, as well as a cool little build-up for my workbenches, making it look really nice in the end. And after a couple of days of building, trying to figure out the coolest layout, as well as moving all the items from bases, breaking bases, building farm bases and berry bases, which did take a few days, I am really happy with the outcome. But I wasn't level 60 yet, but with all of my gobfins and myself feeling ready, we headed into Lava Land looking to capture a jet dragon. Both so we would have faster speed traveling the land, as well as it being a really important pal for the future of fighting.
That hurts. Don't headbutt me. No, you fucking whore. Alright, we're doing good damage. Kinda. We're not doing good damage. We're not... It's hot, but I hate it. Oh, you don't like the heat? What? You just can't go wrong with those. I guess. Like, seriously. Why is there 77,000 gobfins? See, I lost all my armor now. I'm dead. Yeah, we're dead. Because of the gobfins. Ah, shit. I'm actually cooked. We might die here. Because of it. The fire is doing too much damage to me. Like, I can't survive. No, we're good. Well, we're not good, but we're alive. We have to just stay alive. I can't move. We have to just not take damage here. Somehow, I need my shield to recharge. As of right now, we're not looking good. Come on, shield. Now's a good time. Now would be a good time, shield. Come on. Come on, shield. Any second now. There you go. Now fully recharge, please. Okay, we're good. Bad attack. Good. Just a lousy 2,600. Well, now it's less. A lousy 800. One more rocket. Don't hurt my Yakumo, please. Please reload the launcher as well. Come here, Yakumo. Me and you, my boy. Perfect stats. Come on. Okay, he's got impatient. Which isn't, like, you know, bad. Technically, we should have made a different Yakumo. But, like, it's fine. Because technically, a worst case scenario, because of the new silly bench they have added to the game, I can technically make this jet dragon the best jet dragon ever. And before the day ended, we were also back on Oil Rig. But this time, we were lucky enough to get a gold rocket launcher, which has a really low drop rate from the chest and being one of the best weapons in the game. I then built a PAL killing machine, which we would use to kill alphas we didn't need for ancient tech. And it was time to start clearing fabric from SAM sites. If you aren't familiar, you can't fly around the island freely unless you take down all the SAM sites. So we took down more and more and more and more. And while I fly around dealing with this, why don't you make sure you are subscribed and that you have liked the video. In the morning of the next day, I was back to capturing jet dragons. If you've ever used Yakumos and tried getting perfect stats on a jet dragon, you should know how difficult this can be. Man, I miss when you could rocket spam and stun block. As stupid as stun blocking was, I do miss it. Come on, Yakumo. Why you get put on fire? Yakumo, you better stand the fuck. Okay, now we're both dead.
But sadly, yet again, we did not get the stats that we wanted. It doesn't matter much this early, nonetheless though, as all we had to do now was to breed 100 jet dragons in the work of getting it max condensed, meaning we had quite some time to get the right stats. I then went on a journey around Fabric again, trying to get rid of the last of the same sites. I also found a skill tree out there that gave me some extra items for my pals, as well as of course taking down another same site. And when I was out there the next day, I found a pair of Alphadrins, so I captured them both. Also, what's your favorite pal in Palworld? Let me know in the comment section down below. I also tried capturing a pair of Dassy Nocturnals, but sadly they teleported through the map. I also found a pair of Ribbony. Well, actually, it was a normal Ribbony and a Ribbony Baton paired up, as well as a pair of beacons. I then took down the Musanda Lux world boss, who was level 60, as well as a Terrantris that was level 57, and a Memoris that was level 56, and an Astegon that was also level 57. And with a good chunk of Fabric's world bosses being dealt with, I headed back to Oil Rig. We still had a lot of XP and potential blueprints that it would be lovely to get. So per usual, it starts by taking down the horrible amount of NPCs, which at this point I will not bore you with too much, as we have already seen this and done this quite a few times. And then we went and looted the chest, which gave me 5 civ cores and a guided missile launcher that was level 3. And right afterwards, we were back in the lava land to deal with another jet dragon, which yet again didn't have any of the stats we were hoping for, so we would simply come back later. But one thing I could do with all these jet dragons was to head over to the arena and try to beat some more bosses for more tokens.
Okay, so Rocket might be griefing it. This is actually just chalk though. Oh my god, they're actually killing us. Oh, we actually lost. Wow. Oh, wow. Damn, crazy. They're actually shitting on us. Crazy. Didn't expect that. Damn. So this was pretty... I haven't tried this one yet. Damn. I just got slammed.
We had also forgotten to deal with the Gumos boss in Cherry Blossom, so we took care of that quickly as well. And right above it, I found one of these cool new dungeons, so we decided to loot that quickly as well.
These give... Wait, how much XP do I gain per kill in here? Oh, same as oil rig. Okay, so these are worth then, actually. Because I was curious about that, but that means these are actually worth. Because you get the same amount of XP per kill as oil rig. So, you know, it's just yet another way to gain a excess amount of XP. That's really good. And like it more. Boom. Ooh, a defense pen at level 2. That's pretty nice, actually. I can't really use it. And a paper lantern. And not long after leaving said dungeon, we found another Meemog that gave us some more dog coins. And at this point, all we really needed was XP, as we needed new blueprints as we wanted to do new things. But I was tired of running oil rig on repeat, so I decided to craft about 200 spears and just fly around the low regions, capturing everybody. And by the end of it, we had gained over an entire level and were actually closing in on level 59. I also decided to fly all the way north of the map, which is where the Walaska boss is. And sadly, it's not a legend pal, meaning he was as weak as a normal boss, which in my opinion is just not right. I also found myself in a cave on Faybreak, taking down the King Paka Christ that was level 57, as well as a Loopmoon Christ that was level 53. And right below him was the Azurmane who was level 58. As well as yet again being in the lava land taking down a jet dragon, which is something we will be doing until we get the exact stats we are searching for. But of course those stats were not supposed to be gotten at this time. And guess what I did next? Well, you guessed it, I went to Oil Rig looking for blueprints, taking down the NPCs like usual, leveling up to level 59 and getting another 3 cores and some other blueprints too. And it was now time to finally start exploring the caves of Faybreak. But not specifically for their pals, but for the ores that only spawn within these caves, which is used to make the cool items in the game. An ore that takes way too long to farm and is extremely slow. Also something I won't be wasting your time with much, so let's move on. I have a feeling you'd want to watch something more fun than me farming ores for hours. And before the day ended, I was back out gathering more effigies, something we now had a lot of, but still quite a bit to go. I then upgraded my capture rate to level 10, meaning we only had a few more levels left, which would help us in capturing pals in the near future. I also crafted a gigantic furnace, which gives me access to the hexalite ingots. This furnace can also be powered by 3 pals, making it a lot more efficient than the others. I then crafted 36 hexalite ingots, which isn't a lot, but we'll get more in the near future so we can craft some really cool items. It was then time to hatch a few more jet dragons, which we'll have to craft a lot of, like I said earlier. I then went out looking for more bosses of Faybreak that I could deal with, starting with the Phaleris Aqua, who was level 57, as well as the Celestier, who was level 52,
And before you knew it, I found myself in a cave looking for new items, as well as to farm some more hexalites to craft new items. And at the end of the cave, we met a Splat Arena boss who was level 58, and the boxes gave me plasteel armor and a purple treasure map. I then went straight to the treasure map to uncover it, which gave me Pal metal armor, which was really unfortunate considering how late into the game we are. And before the day ended, I was back in Lava Land looking to get another Jet Dragon, which yet again did not have any of the stats that we were looking for. And with us being really close to level 60, I crafted another 250 Hyper Spears and went around the low region islands capturing every pal in sight. And after capturing about 220 pals, we were finally level 60. I then used yet another skill point in attack, and as you can see by the blue stats, I used all but 20 on attack, which gives you so much damage. And the rest of this day was spent on selling pals. Selling all who don't have passive stats that we'll ever use. And with all of the pals being sold, we made just over 300,000 gold. So with us being level 60, there is only one thing to do. We went to the highest level oil rig, which is a really hard oil rig to take care of, but the loot is really good. First, we need to get to the top of the oil rig and preferably not take down every NPC that's here. And after locating the locked crate on top of this roof, all we had to do now was to clear the NPCs and then deal with the rest. Oh, maybe not. My FPS is so bad because as you can see, there is 1,000 of them standing below me. But okay, then let's go. Oh, it's only level 59? I thought it was level 60. I'm actually out leveling the helicopter. We're doing 33k damage crit hits. If I could hit it, that would probably help though. Yeah, we're actually big chilling. If I could get my frames back, that'd be good though. Usually, last time we played, I was doing like 10, 15k with crit hits. Now we're doing 20k without crit hits. Also known as we are excessively good. It's all because of those silly little goblins. I don't like that they changed the gun audio for helicopters and AI. It sounds way worse. Like, I don't know what they did, but like they changed the audio of guns on AI. Don't get me wrong, it never really sounded great, but this is awful. I'm like so far inside. Don't even comprehend how you're hitting me, but sounds good. Okay, I don't know, bro. They made this room worse, I guess. There you go. So you have 1.1 mil. I swear that's the same as you used to get. I swear they said it was better now. I swear you used to get a milli. Bruh, stop giving me fucking Gatling guns. We already got blue of this. I don't want it. But okay, we got gold Gatling gun. And we got blue multi. 3 life lotus and some arrows. And only 160 crit, but still not terrible. And it was of course time to try and get good stats on Jet Dragon yet again, but which you might have guessed we did not get. I also then hatched a few more Jet Dragons when we got home before heading into the snow looking for new pals, which is where we located the first stallion, being in my opinion one of the hardest pals to deal with. Worst case scenario if you want to make... Did they change the player module? Player model on for stallion? I swear she looks cooler now. I swear they fixed her player module and made it cooler. Looks way cooler now. I don't remember you having that attack. I also don't feel like I was in that. He hasn't done the funny attack yet. Or they changed her attacks. They definitely fixed her player model. She looks way different.
Jesus fucking Christ. Very good. Ooh, that's really... Wait, that's actually really good. Like, that's actually really good. Actually, it doesn't really matter even if it wasn't good. Because we can still just go stick Serenity and Impatient on her right now. And have a Legend Ice Emperor, Legend, and what I just said. And the next morning, we were yet again on the normal oil rig for blueprints. And while I do the same thing we have done so many times now, don't forget to see if you are subscribed down below. A lot of you aren't. Oh, yeah, and the loot here was just as bad as it's been almost every single time. I then went to the Lava Land, which is where I found the Demude, who was level 48, the Sweepa, who was level 49, the Torrentris, who was level 50, and the Univolt, who was level 46, as well as the Palladius and Necromus being one of the hardest bosses to beat. Don't die on me now, Jet Dragon. I wish I would stack up a little more so I could double hits. I guess it's fine. I guess we'll focus this guy first since he's low already. Which one is low? Is it this one? I think so. He's dead. Good. Honestly, good. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Okay, they both died. No, one died. No. No. I wanted you alive. I never get both of them alive. Ever. The trick to get them is to not kill them. Is that the trick? And yet again, we were trying to get good passives on the Jet Dragon, but per usual, getting those passives are too good to be true. And it was time to get back to exploring Faybreak, taking down you pals, as well as trying to take down all the world bosses of the region, starting with the Astermane that was level 54, the Lily Nocturnal that was level 57, a Fenglope that was level 59, the Lunaris that was level 56, a Splatterina that was level 58, and before the day ended, I hatched a new Yakumo that had Demon God. I then altered his stats to get him some more better ones and condensed my old Yakumo into the new one to make it level 5. And with a brand new Yakumo with even better stats, all we had to do was to try and capture a Jet Dragon and hopefully get the stats this time. The stats we got this time was better, but still not enough. I then headed out to the new ice island we were at earlier, but this time I was planning on fishing with the new fishing gear. Oh, okay, I'm green. Got it. I'm the green bar. Got it. It's once human. Once human all over again. Just a lot more freaky. Yo, fuck off. What the hell? I just... What the fuck? Okay, so are you fishing and... What the fuck? I just fished the level 57 Walaska. What do you mean? That was not what I expected at all. Not what I... Okay, that gave me 8 core... It gave me an entire Gatling gun too. Wait, that's not what I expected. What is Lunker? We'll find out when we get home, I guess. I just fished an entire... Okay. That's a little cooler than I expected. Because it also gave me a Gatling gun blueprint. So you know what? A little cooler than I expected. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, Palworld. Okay, you're not cool. Maybe. Oh, yo, what the fuck? What the stats? Hello? That's... Oh, that... Is that normal or is that like crazy RNG? Triple blue stats? And I don't know if you're supposed to get these crazy passives from fishing. All I know is that fishing might be the best early game task ever if these passives are the case. In the morning of the next day, I started with hatching a bunch of eggs for Jet Dragon. I then fished a little more, getting an ass rub Christ, as well as gathering some of the new salvages, which is how you get the new resource in the game. It's very slow to get the resource itself, but it's something we have to do if we want to craft the new items. And before the day ended, I fished a little more.
I then crafted a saddle for Asrim and Chris with the plans of gathering more of the new resource. So for the next while, all I did was gather it and try to get as much as possible. And before you knew it, I was back to capturing a jet dragon to get the stats that I wanted. But yet again, we did not get the stats that we wanted. I then used the new building skin that they added and changed some of my floors to it, which looked really good. As well as making a new incubator, which can hatch 8 eggs at the same time, which I really wish was more accessible earlier on in the game. But nonetheless, it was really amazing now too. I then added infinite stamina that we got from the arena to my jet dragon, which means this jet dragon had both swift and infinite stamina, which will then make my jet dragon have a lot more stamina for exploring. I then went out to capture the Warsect, who was level 60, the Menacing, that was level 57, the Anubis, that was level 55, the Chalet, who was level 58, the Dinosaur Lux, who was level 55, the Amaskal, who was level 53, and the Cybelix, who was level 55. And to end the day off, I went out to capture yet another jet dragon. But as you might have already assumed already, today would not be the day. I then crafted Hexalite armor, which would give me quite a bit more defense, as well as the gold plasteel helmet that we got a few days ago. I was then right back to capturing the jet dragon. We had obviously done this too many times now to quit. But per usual, we still didn't get the stats we were after. I then went to the new oil rig that the attack helicopter spawns on and wanted to take it down for the amazing loot it can spawn once again. I look, you just gotta heal. At least get my shield back. Nah, I'm not peeking you until you go to the other side. No, not peeking as long as you're there. I'll get my shield back and I'll wait. Imagine how much damage it would do if I actually brought food. Like attack food. Because like we're basically like we're doing like 25 to 30 without it. Imagine if we had it, I'd be so locked. Now the loot we got from the chest this time was actually really good. It wasn't weapons that I would personally be using, but the blueprints were really good nonetheless. We then tried taking down the jet dragon again and of course failed again. And my boxes were overflowing on items, so I sold quite a few of them to my friendly merchant and bought a lot of energy organs for my upcoming weapon. I then remembered this cool little island that had a teleporter on it, which I now afterwards really wish I remembered earlier on. I wonder if it looks cooler though. Oh wait, what? Where the hell am I? What the hell is this? Hollowed bar. A little concerned, or not concerned, little... What does this shit mean? What am I looting? What am I doing? Where am I? This shit is a literal mace. Like a literal mace. Can be used to create a variety of Terraria items. They made a big ass cave that didn't even like let us know where it is. But they couldn't make a fucking island. How do I open this? Do I open this? Yeah. There you go. Grants a permanent HP boost. Oh, so I can use it. So I currently have 5,900. I guess it gives you 100 extra health. Not bad, I guess. A big ass sword. I want it. Give me. What the fuck? What's wrong with you, John? You crazy man. What the hell is wrong with you, John? What the fuck? Yo, W fucking 10 gifted, John. What the actual hell? Yo. Fucking insane, John. Thank you so much, bro. And once we made it home, I crafted my favorite weapon, being the plasma cannon. And it was now time to take my aggression out on the jet dragon with my new gun. But it wouldn't matter much as we still didn't get the stats. I then crafted a celestial sigil that we got from the Terraria world, which was going to be one of the coolest things of this update. I then built a little raid island, all in the plans of using the new sigil. Who coming out of this one? Okay, yeah, you're him, huh? Where the fuck is your hitbox? Do you have a hitbox? Wait, I am dying. Let's just try to rocket spam him. My boy. What's going on here? I'm gonna just fly around while he's focusing me, I guess. But he is low-key slamming me. Okay, his head's almost done. I haven't played Palworld. Looks like they had quite a few updates. Yeah, they just had a massive one like 2 weeks ago. With like a mixture of Terraria. Like they had a collaboration with Terraria, which is what we're doing right now. All my pals are fucking dying. I don't know where to hit. There. No. Well, it's doing damage. Hey, he's almost dead. 25 health, 20 HP. 4K. And the next day, I headed back into the Terraria world as I wanted to loot more boxes, specifically looking for the new cosmetics. The heart crystal also seems to respawn, which is great. And we also had to beat the funny eye one more time. And the 2 boxes in the end gave me some more items as well. I then used the antique dresser to equip my new cosmetics, which I have to say looks really amazing. And of course, it was time to head back to Jet Dragon. Don't starve. We'll never finish it. Let's go. We got it. I'm going home. I almost exited the game. We got it. Okay, so here's what's happening. I don't give a fuck if the genetics of this one is 111. I do not give a... Are we ready? Are we ready to click it? Ooh, wait, that's really fucking... Wait, we kind of cooked. Wait. That's... Okay, so let's see that. Now we can go here into the what the fuck box. And we can grab all of these. And these. And these, right? And we give him the extra level. Boom. We give him the life fruit. We give him whatever these are. We give him... I can't give it this. Okay, yeah. So we just made him level 60. Or we made him health 60 instead of whatever he had. And I can't actually give him these. Because these literally up the genetics. But we can't give it to him. Because he has 100 attack and 100 defense. And he now has 60 health. But we were absolutely lucky enough to get really good genetics on this pal. And next was to maximize the levels that we had on the Jet Dragon 2. Meaning that we were done capturing Jet Dragons. And all the hard work had come through because we ended up with a Jet Dragon that I would say is a solid 8 out of 10 in the world of damage and defense. And with my Jet Dragon having perfect stats, perfect genes, and everything was maxed out to the brim, there was really only one thing left to do. And that was to go into Faebreak and beat the last boss of the game. Sadly, with the update of Terraria, they didn't expand on the physical map or add too many cool tower bosses. Well, not a single tower boss. So, same as my last one, this will end with us beating Tower of Faebreak. Yeah, we're doing a lot of damage with bullets. Jet Dragon's doing a lot too. If he stays focused on me, we're good. I don't know how much Jet Dragon can take though, because Ice is strong against Dragon, and well, Jet Dragon is a dragon. Oh, I forgot to feed us. There you go, more damage. Yo, back up, my boy.
We need to stack some fire on him so he gets put on fire. There's 140 left. The fact he's only been focused on me is so good as well. Because Jet Dragon is weak against them. The fact he's only on me is so good. $9K left. Come on, Jet Dragon, I'll let you do it. Good job.
So with the tower boss of Fabric being dealt with, every world boss in the game being beaten, and everything that I at least managed to find of the Terraria update being dealt with, all the pals being captured, that is the end of this story. But do not be sad, because we will be back very soon with more Palworld videos, because you guys clearly seem to be enjoying them. The last one I uploaded got over 60,000 views, which for me is a horrible bunch. I have one goal for this one, and that is to try to make it to 100k. So if you made it this far into the video while you're watching me deteriorate all of my pals, please don't forget to check if you are subscribed and like and comment down below to push my video further into the algorithm so we can grow our community. Without further ado, these videos take me a very long time to put together, and I hope you guys enjoy them. And don't forget to follow me on Twitch too, so you can actually be a part of watching these future videos.